What's going on, guys? It's Zenix here back with another video for you guys. Today we have more Taken King information, and this time we have a lot on the table for the Dreadnought and just all around awesomeness. One thing that I wanted to get over with really quickly so you guys can hear this, because this is just amazing and I love stuff like this, is a little collecting kind of concept in the Dreadnought, which we're going to have to collect 50 pieces that are scattered across the Dreadnought to unlock an awesome exotic weapon. It says in an interview with the Game Informer, it says, "The space is full of disappearing platforms and hidden alcoves, and it challenged my platforming skills a little more than other areas, which I liked. And I also now know that there is one exotic weapon Bungie has broken into 50 pieces and scattered across the Dreadnought, so I'm looking forward to watching the community collect those pieces and unlocking that special gun." So what kind of gun is this going to be? This is going to be crazy. I know it's going to be probably one of the first things I focus on besides the story. Probably get the story over with, and then just after that, just go searching for these pieces right away. Hopefully get a video up right away of showing you where all the pieces are so you guys can get as fast as you can as well. Now we're going to move on to gear and leveling. With a new leveling system, you can still keep and use your old light level gear. It just won't necessarily make a difference towards the new leveling system. You can keep wearing it as you are leveling up to level 40 to be able to get your new gear and new epicness as well. It says every mission, strike, and raid now has a recommended light total as a guidepost for when you're ready for it. Do you like the idea that light comes from both weapons and armor? Ben had to say that he says it's a smart move. It gives more value to each new piece you get no matter where it fits on your character. It's great to see that light value number attached to your character. It's a direct representation of your power and a good barometer to gauge the tasks and missions you can tackle with your friends. I also love how the wider range of gear gives you more opportunity to express yourself as a player. Another cool little thing is going to be the new ghost shells that we're going to be getting. There is going to be new ghost shells in the Taken King, and not only are they going to be aesthetic and just pretty much a vanity piece, they're actually going to boost your light level and give you certain things like have a special bonus damage towards this type of enemy or more XP from that enemy. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope you guys are too, because it's going to be nuts. They said at one point they remember getting one called the Frontier Shell, and it had some neat perks on it. Sometimes these shells might offer a choice to boost intellect, discipline, or strength, and you have to choose which boost has value for your current build. The ghost shells also sometimes have cool effects, like the ability to sense nearby spin metal or other resources. There was even a perk that offered increased glimmer for killing Hive. It says it also seems as if Bungie is looking for increased ways to let you look and move the way you want. Since you can now declare faction allegiance and get a faction badge, there's no longer need to put you on a class item you don't want. I'm really looking forward to wearing the Hunter Cloak I like rather than the only one I need for the Dead Orbit reputation. In another nod to expression, I noted that the character screen now has a slot for equipable emotes right below my emblem section. The game even lets you cycle through whether you show off your primary, secondary, heavy weapon when you're walking through social spaces. We're talking a lot about gear, which leads us to the tower. After all the changes that we saw here, who is your favorite vendor now? Now in the new Taken King, there's going to be a new kiosk that allows you to look at all your shaders and emblems. Matt said, "Oh man, I totally dig those kiosks." When I looked at the shader kiosk, for instance, they let me pick up any shader I had already attained, but if it didn't have it yet, it showed me what I needed to get it. And yes, I would really love a kiosk that gave me across all the exotics I had already collected and let me pick them back up. However, just to abundantly clear, that's not something we saw in the build we played. Banshee, who is the gunsmith, plays host to the Super Simulate quest, and he also has new weapon testing and arms day stuff going on. He now has his own reputation, which you primarily gain by completing weapon tests in the field. These are basically an additional set of bounties you can tackle, but you have to use a particular gun he gives you. Once you hit a certain reputation tier, you can order arms day weapons. These are special legendary weapons from one of the foundries, and you can put in order and wait for that day to pick up your new toy. It's just one more weekly event to look forward to, much in the same way that Xur's arrival on the weekend is so much fun. Says they're making a move towards streamlining. Vanguard marks and Crucible marks have been replaced by legendary marks as the main way to purchase legendary gear. Similarly, an item called armor materials replaced the 3 class specific items. We already talked about this in an older video, but if you guys didn't see it, Hydronic Essence, Plasteel and Sapphire Wire are now replaced by materials only, so you can use it throughout all your classes. So it's a lot easier to use, especially if you have a new character that you're just not used to and just don't play as much, so you don't have the gear that you need to be able to upgrade your gear that you already have. So this makes it a lot easier to do that. Says there's a new item in Xur's inventory, which is called the 3 of Coins, which you can buy to boost your chance of an exotic drop on the next boss you fight. So now you have a huge chance for people that don't necessarily get much exotics. You have a way better chance now to get one, especially from the next boss you kill. So make sure if you're going to take down Crota or even a new boss in the game itself in the Taken King, make sure to pick that up on the weekend so you guys can get that exotic. There's some new notable changes in the new strikes, which is actually pretty interesting. It says one of the biggest focuses is replayability. It says at any given stage of the strike, we were told that Bungie has set up 2 or even 3 different encounters that could show up. Maybe it's a fight against the Cabal one time, maybe it's a fight against the Taken the next time. It says ammo spawns and even stationary turrets show up at different places. They even recorded multiple versions of the dialogue so that on subsequent run at a given strike, you might get new tidbits of lore. To be fair, we only played these new strikes though once ourselves due to time constraints, but as we played, the Bungie guys repeatedly pointed out ways in which different encounters could be different. And now for all those people that just want to stay AFK and do it on purpose just to piss you off so they can finish the strike without you even helping, now when the rest of your team is moving ahead, you will actually be teleported to that team to get right into the fight and action with them. So if there's people that are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing for no reason, then they're going to have to be forced to fight or leave the strike. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the Crucible, my favorite part of this. The main focus on the new Crucible style is going to be the new playlist, which is going to be Zone Control, and also just new weapons and the new balancement that's going to be in the Crucible. Ben said, I've never been much of a competitive multiplayer guy. He's more of a lover than a fighter, but I felt like I was able to hold my own during a few of our PvP matches with the dev team. So with that 2.0 update, there's going to be a lot more balancement in the Crucible. So now if let's say if we're going to be playing with people that are going to be like really crazy and they are playing to go like MLG and stuff like that, they still have a chance against other kids that are just, let's say, 9 years old, or not even 9 years old, just new people to Destiny, to be honest. You guys have a better chance of still killing those other people and still getting a chance to actually have fun and play the game. One of the biggest updates on the Crucible that I'm loving right now is that there's tons of new bounties. There's going to be dedicated bounties for your class each day, fire team bounties, featured playlist bounties, Trials of Osiris bounties, and even weekly bounties that come with huge rewards. They were able to do the King's Fall raid, but they weren't allowed to really actually say anything on it. They have to keep the raid a mystery, which is fine by me because I'd rather just be surprised that once the raid comes out, just to learn everything for myself. It makes it more fun, and then, you know, it's just more of an experience, I guess you could say. That's all for today's longer video of the Taken King news. More and more is still to come, guys. So as soon as they do more streaming, we're gonna get right into all this information. But they've already released a lot so far, so I'm just if they keep releasing more, this game is just gonna be nuts, and this is just incredible. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out so much. And also, if you are already a subscriber, make sure to hit that like button down below. That helps me out so much. But without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.